Well, hey crafty friends, it's Hiedi Scott with DiyDreaming, and in this quick video I'm going to show you some button bracelets that I made 8 or 10 years ago. I used to make these and sell them to some of the teachers at my son's middle school back when he was in middle school. He's 22 now, so it's been a while. But anyways, I'm going to show you these bracelets. We're going to talk just a little bit about what you would need. And then tomorrow morning I'll come live and we'll actually do it. So, okay, these are my bracelets. And this one honestly is my favorite. I just love the greens that are on here. I love this one little button right there. I love the copper. I have some twinkles on it. Some of these are Bakelite. I can't think of what the other name is. Look at this little twinkle. So this one is mine, and this one is mine also. This one doesn't have quite as special of buttons in it, but it's got all these awesome orange and a little bit of blue, turquoise, which is, they're not buttons, but they're just little beads. And so those are mine. These are some other ones that I have made. We're going to make something very similar to this tomorrow. And you're going to be surprised how super simple it is. Okay, most of these bracelets that I have made, I have a toggle clasp. And you can get toggle clasps. These are not as big, but it's the same thing basically. At Joann's, Michael's, Hobby Lobby, any jewelry making store, Amazon, Etsy. Nothing that I have made is like actual sterling silver or anything. And I do like these bigger toggle pieces. So I'm going to look in my jewelry stash and see if I have some. But that's one thing that you're going to need. Another thing you're going to need is some type of a chain to put them on. And you can get chain, this I think came from Michael's, like that, or like this. You'll want to measure how big you want your bracelet to be, and we'll talk more in detail about that tomorrow. Who's excited? Who has buttons? I'm going to keep telling you a little bit more. Does anyone have buttons like your grandmother's buttons, or something that you would love to do something special with? Okay, so then this is not a bracelet, but it's just a little thing that you could clip on a keychain. This is a beautiful bracelet. I was just at a friend who I called my button friend, Debbie. I was at her house purchasing a few things, and she gave me some things. She's so generous. Anyways, and I showed her this one. It's a lot simpler and a lot less noisy. But I made this for myself, and I made one for my sister many years ago. So that's another style that you can do. And then I did a ton that were, some of these I will take apart and swap out the red buttons. But I'm loving these little things. So I usually have a mix of colored buttons or shells, some with the shanks on them, which is what this little piece right here is called, and some not. Some of them I just have my little jump rings going through the holes on the button. So, I mean, there's so many different things that you can make. So you're going to need the chain for a bracelet, and if you can get one that's already put together, that is great. You're going to need a toggle. These are easier to get on and off than the kind that you have to clip. And then you're going to need a variety of sizes of jump rings, and this is a great size. Then there's medium, and then there's this. I'll take a picture of these things right here because I just picked them up today at Joann's, so I could show you basically what you would need. And they weren't expensive. I spent $12 on all of this. Okay, and then you're also gonna need some tools. And my mom gave me this 100 years ago. You're gonna want some jewelry pliers. And I'll show you tomorrow how you bend the jump rings. This is for clipping things if you need to. And if we end up gluing anything, we will use a combination of E6000 and hot glue. So, jump ring, yes, Marilyn, that's what it's called, a jump ring. And this is the size actually that I like the best. I have oodly boodles of jewelry making supplies because I was really into that, I don't know, 8 or 10 years ago. So I'm going to try to use what I have on hand. But if you don't have any of it, you need the bracelet, which can start as a chain or a pre-made bracelet. You need the toggle clasp and jump rings. And if you're looking at jump rings, get some that have the biggest size possible. Nothing has to be real silver or anything. Anyways, so my plan is to come live tomorrow in the AM to do some of these button bracelets with you, and then look at this one. I love these buttons. And then sometime later we'll do a few other styles. So you can see that you can make a huge variety. They don't have to be old. If they're super precious to you or valuable, we're not going to do anything that will damage them. We're not taking them apart or gluing them onto anything. We're just attaching them with jump rings to bracelets. But if it's super valuable or super precious to you, don't use those. You can go and buy some new buttons. About how many buttons are in each bracelet? That's an excellent question. Let's look at this one. Let's see, where's my start? I would say 20 buttons, and you can do a mix. This is a mix of gray mother of pearl with a shank. That's what that part underneath is called. White mother of pearl, which my friend Debbie was, she's so educated on all this. These used to be on a lot of nurses' outfits, on their, uniforms. They were also apparently used this style on French pillowcases. So I have a mix of the gray mother of pearl, some little silver, they're not really silver, and then these little nurse ones. And then you can also add onto it, if you want, just some little beads that you might have hanging around. Anyways, it really is. How many jump rings? If you're going to buy a package, buy at least 40 and try to have the 2 largest sizes the most, because those are what you'll use the most. So like if you look at this, and they, if you're going to do a silver bracelet, then do silver colored jump rings. See, this is one of the bigger ones, and I used it on this button that has a shank. Can you see that? All right, and then I also have, she was so kind to me. She showed me the most beautiful layered button bracelet that's built on something like this. And she gave me 2 of these. So sometime in the near future, we'll do something with that. Anyways, but there's tons of different things you can do. You can do bracelets with buttons on elastic. You could do it on a piece of pretty solid ribbon, like this is grosgrain ribbon, whatever color you want. You could do it. You could put some on a lace bracelet or some of this stuff. This is like what you would attach to a sweater to make the sleeves. So there's tons of different things that you can do. Hey, and by the way, what do you think about my sleeves? This was one of the projects. I did 3 projects yesterday that I did yesterday. I made the t-shirt that is a Proverbs 31 verse 25 stencil that says she is strong. I made this in gray with white ink and then in white with navy blue ink. And then yesterday I showed you how you can use stencils to do sleeves. And I think this one adds a ton. All right, well, if you guys have questions, don't hesitate to ask. I will list in the comments the things that you need to do these bracelets. And then after you watch, if you don't have everything you need, you can run out to a craft store or look on Amazon or Etsy. Or if you've done jewelry before, you may actually have what you need just hanging out. All right, have a blessed and wonderful evening. I can't wait to see you guys tomorrow. We'll do some fun button bracelets. Bye, everyone.